Test this. Hello, hello. I need to check to see if my son is here. Welcome to Sly Sunday Live Yoga. I'm doing some testing just to see if these things work. Honestly, I'm just chilling at the park and the thought of bringing Sly back. So when we're gonna start this thing, I'm gonna advise everybody to just skip to the start. But I'm not sure yet if I can be heard. That's so annoying. Oh wow. I can be heard just fine. Alright. Gonna give it some more time for other people to join. I'm gonna just start by introducing myself. So my name is Muriel. I'm a yoga teacher and a yoga ambassador. I like to say a yoga ambassador more than a yoga teacher because I'm also constantly learning, and I am doing some application, I would say, to lead a more yogic lifestyle, I would say. And my passion, I would say, is not only rooted in yoga, but to kind of like expose or offer or highlight or demonstrate or give information about yoga as a tool to really lead a life that has like better quality, I would say. Not just for healing purposes, but like healing also, but also to lead a life where you feel satisfied and content, like you feel good in your skin, you feel supported by your whole self to carry on the task of taking care of your vessel while you're having this human journey on this planet. And it goes from physical, spiritual, mental, emotional, intellectual, and so on. And so, I do my best to apply it so that I have the experience myself before I come and offer out to people. And also do my best to study as I go along. So I study me, I study myself, I study my relationship with it, because ultimately for all the years that I've been practicing, and what I observe is that it's really helped me, and by helping, I mean more than just keeping me alive, more than just curing my disease. That's not what yoga have done for me, And I'm sure if we heard and we say, you know what, yoga cured my disease and here's the proof, everybody would be at it. But rather for all these years that I've been practicing and studying and observing and implementing and also sharing, it's just my perspective on life in general changed, and that change, whether it's subtle or like very big, that change really helped me appreciate that my time being here, and also open my mind up to what it all meant. What does my life mean, what does life mean in general, what is my purpose and stuff like that, so that I could go on and so that I could continue on. And it's been 8 years and still counting, and I'm here, and I couldn't be more grateful. So the idea behind Sly is just a way of me sharing my practice and my views and how, my why, my how, so that it may give inspiration and insight on certain things that we see all the time. Because before I had yoga, welcome to people just joining in. I have to say, I'm not going to really pay attention to who's in the room all the way toward the end of this live, only because not toward the end, but as we're practicing, so that I can see if there's questions. But this video is gonna be up for reviewing after. And it's a heat wave outside, it's pretty hot, so I'm on a go to do what I set out to do. What I said I'm gonna do is like what I'm gonna do. But back to Sly, and the reason why behind it is so that how they say blind faith, there's also blind practice for me. And blind practice is, especially of yoga, I feel it's such a shame, a waste, because we're already doing so much when you're practicing something without really understanding what you're practicing, without really diving in and understanding why in yoga, we put our palms on the floor, and how does that help? Or how does it help to repeat something over and over and over and over? Or how does it help to just like move so slow? Oh my God, my thoughts cannot stop. So this is why I want to share Sly. This is why I want to share Sunday Live Yoga, so that I may introduce or share things, insight on why these things are important in yoga, and that demystify the idea around that either it's luxurious for people who are comfortable to practice, or you have to have a certain body type, you have to have a certain level or something of the sort, which is not the case. So when I practice with you and I share and I give insight, so that's the idea. All right. We're gonna start with Surya Namaskar. I want to go over Surya Namaskar again, because to me Surya Namaskar is very important. Surya Namaskar, the traditional Surya Namaskar, is also sun salutation, and the one that we'll go over today is the traditional version, I would say. And it's so hot, I'm looking for the better light. And it has 12 steps, and sorry, I think this is the best spot. The one that we'll learn today, oh, look at this baby possum or raccoons. So the Surya Namaskar that we're gonna practice today has 12 steps. In yoga, when we practice asana, or when we practice asana or postures, if it's a symmetrical posture, it's very important to practice on both sides. So whatever you do, oh, you can't hear me. Thank you for the feedback. Let me try and fix that. I bought this microphone. Hi Leonor, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna try and fix that. I so-called have a microphone on and I don't know if it's working or not. I have been testing it all day. I don't know if I need to speak up or if it's like my sound that's completely messed up. Let me test that on the other phone. I got a microphone. I got a mic, but I don't know. I'm not sure if it's working. I might just not use it. Ooh, it's like doing Bikram yoga out here. It's so hot. Let me see. Let's see if I can be heard. Oh my gosh. What's going on? Ugh. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is completely remove this and just use. Let me know if the sound is better now that I'm not using this device, and I'll see if I should start this live over. If you're still here, of course. Oh my god, the heat. It's better. Perfect. Thank you so much. I think my device or whatever microphone that I got, it's not really working. Okay, let's resume. Hopefully I can edit these things out. All right, so we were talking about some salutation, and we were talking about the 12 steps that it has, and how some postures are symmetrical. So therefore, when you can practice something that you can use with your right hand, you always balance it out with using the left. So whatever we do on the right is done also on the left. So that means these 12 steps, you are repeating them twice. So in one round, you're practicing 24 asanas. So that's one aspect. And the second aspect is the repetition of it. It's repeating those asanas is kind of like, hi Sandra, I'm bringing Sly back, and we're going to do Surya Namaskar breakdown with the 12 steps, and I'm gonna kind of offer insights on people practicing, how they can also implement mindfulness, and also understand the practice that they're doing, and even to further the sensations and the feelings of practicing something as simple as Surya Namaskar. So the repetition of it. So repetition is very good because for a simple fact, when you're gonna start the first round, the very first exercise, your body's gonna be pretty rigid. It's not gonna go for it. You're not gonna like it. It's gonna be pretty tight. It's gonna even hurt. That doesn't mean that it's something negative. It only means that this is the state that your body is at right now. And so what repetition does is allow your body to loosen up as you go. You do it the first time, it hurts, and you understand where you're at. So you do it the second time to kind of like have a concrete how would I say, feeling. Like now you are confident and you are clear with your feeling about your body and the state of your body on the second round. And on the third round, you're enjoying that state, you're enjoying this feeling, you're enjoying also a state of progress, because by the third round, your body is not going to feel the same way as the first time, right? But it was easy enough for you to enjoy, to repeat, to see, okay, I got this locked down, right? And then, hi, Foila, welcome. And then by the fourth and the fifth round, when we're like evolving, it's a good time to challenge yourself. You will challenge your thoughts, and then you challenge also your limitation. Meaning, when you did the first 3 rounds, you were mainly focused on what do I do next? What do I do next? What comes next? What comes next? Because maybe Surya Namaskar, the traditional way of Surya Namaskar, the 12 steps, is new to you. Hi. Maybe it's new to you. Maybe because when we have sensations in our body, our mind tends to leave its centeredness to focus on that part that's uncomfortable, that's painful, that's tender, that's tight. So it's good to challenge those thoughts. That's why you keep repeating it. So by the 4th round of sun salutation, you know what comes after the next asana. One great way to practice mindfulness is to challenge your thoughts and challenge yourself with the asana. Maybe instead of maybe on the 4th round, we're gonna add a variation that's gonna introduce a new stretch, so new sensation in your body. So that's a way to challenge the physical way, and also that's a way to challenge your physical thought, because what you want to do is remain present. You want to have your mind connected to whatever it is that you're doing with your body. This is the harmony that you are looking for, and there's nothing negative about the fact that, you know, halfway through the second round, you're like, this is too much. Why am I panting? Oh my God, I feel like I can't breathe. You're gonna pass out. You feel like you can't. There's nothing negative about that. Again, when this happens, you seize this opportunity as a challenge, to challenge yourself, to push through, to go forward, to keep going. You can do this. And this is why it's important that we understand why we practice certain things, and how we can practice them to, you know, to incorporate that mindfulness that you hear about, to incorporate that the benefits of yoga that you hear about, and so that you also can see the change within you without you expecting it, but then it's here. Oh my God, pray for me that I don't pass out in the sun. But I did plan accordingly. Today, like I said, was going to be the sun salutation breakdown. My microphone is a piece of crap, so I'm gonna put it back in there. And we're gonna start soon. I am also assuming that you are well warmed up. If not, the breakdown will help us warm up. So I don't even know if you can see me if I am up. Yes, you can. Now push this a little further. I can't see my screen, but I will check to make sure that, you know, I can be seen, because this is gonna be a playback and you'll be able to like watch it after when you want. So anyone who is going to start practice, I love a good 20 to 30 minutes of stretching and warming up. I'm gonna skip all that part only specifically for me. Okay, we're gonna do this Bikram yoga, and then we're gonna do this sun salutation. And as I'm breaking it down and showing it to you, I'm gonna kind of like offer you some transparency of what goes on into my own mind. Not like thoughts about the house, the bills, the friends, the boyfriend, whatever it is that you may be thinking about, but these thoughts will come So I purposely think about other things to help me stay in the present moment. Okay. Whew. Obviously, for Surya Namaskar, we're gonna start standing. It's a little bit cyclical, so we're gonna start in standing position, slowly come down to the ground, and then we're gonna find ourselves back on our feet. So if we're gonna break down the sun salutation, might as well give you all this insight. Again, I don't know if you can see me, but hopefully you can. You have to have your feet together and standing. Usually when we stand, we tend to have that arc in the back like this. And then you want to like do a quick tilt in. So you're gonna become mindful of your posture as you're standing for the ceremony. When you're standing, without mindfulness, we're just standing normally. With mindfulness, I will push my shoulders back and down, and I will tilt my tailbone in, and then open up my toes to the ground to feel the floor supporting me under the sole of my feet. This posture, when I'm standing in Tadasana like that, I'm not just standing there, okay? If you it's something that I like to say in my classes. Open up and spread your 10 toes to the ground and feel the floor, the ground. If you are, I'm gonna do some grounding and be barefoot on the grass, but I'm also on my mat and it's very sandy, so I'm not gonna do that. But if you can, you stand on the ground, you open up your toes, and then you really feel the sensation of the sole of your feet in contact with the ground, and then slightly push your weight to feel it on the ball of your feet. That only is one exercise. It's mindfulness, and it's also, without you knowing, you're connecting to the ground. You are pushing those pressure point at the ball of your feet right here, and these are activating your energy channels, and each pressure point that it's touching is linked to an organ, to another part in your body. So when you're standing in Tadasana, don't just stand there and say, okay, when this starts, really center yourself and feel the ground, feel yourself supported. So this is what happened in the first part when we're standing in Tadasana. I think I'm gonna switch my view and give my back to these people because I'm not putting a show for them. It's annoying. Oh my gosh. Why did I think no one would be at the park today? Like, really? Alright, hopefully everyone can still see me if I'm standing tall. Perfect. So we are in Tadasana. And while you're in Tadasana, you're gonna join your hands together in Namaskara or prayer pose. So your fingers are not gonna be separated, they're gonna be together, and they're gonna be pushing against one another. And the reason why, it's because you are a conduit of electricity. So think about contact. The same way the ball of your feet is connected to the ground, and there's an energy going between the earth and you. And so it's the same as when you have your hands and you're pressing on all these pressure points and the tip of your fingers. It's important that also to keep the energy within you closed. So you're gonna stand in prayer pose, Namaskar Mudra. Remember to tilt the tailbone and then push firmly on the ground. Close your eyes And then this is the moment where you can also take to set your intentions into the universe. Today, I'm simply grateful that besides everything that's going on around me, I'm still here. I know usually I would probably talk myself not to do it, but I'm here and we're gonna go through this. And so my intention is to do it wholeheartedly, to be here, to be present, and to enjoy my time on this life sharing with you. So this is what I'm gonna inhale and exhale and think. I'm going to visualize what that looks for me. So while you're in a yoga class and you're standing in your namaskar mudra pose, in your mountain pose, and you're taking that break before you start actual Surya Namaskar, this is what I do. Set your intentions out. Feel the energy, feel your connection. And sometimes, why mind and connection? Because you have the power to imagine it, to visualize what that look like for you. I love to imagine different color lights coming from the earth, going through me. I like to imagine the lights circling in and out through my chakras. I even color the lights per chakra, and I like to imagine also beautiful white or golden light going through me. Each time I inhale, it's there, and when I exhale, that beautiful light just go through me. And this visualization is very super important. Although, because even though you feel like you're not doing anything, you are. So let's start in Tadasana. So the standing pose is called Tadasana, and with the prayer hands, it's called Namaskar. So that would be your step 1 in Surya Namaskar. So you are here, and to go into the step 2, you take a big deep breath, and then you stretch your arms all the way up. So when you stretch your arms up, don't be passive about it. You hear, and then you take a deep breath. This stretches you all the way the front of your body. It stretches you, because as you progress, you can go further out into your backbone to stretch the front part of your body. It expands. It stretches your rib cage down and up, allowing your lungs to expand. So you taking deep breath while you imagining that beautiful golden light going in you, right? That was step 2. And step 3, this is when you surrender to the ground. So it's like a big salutation to the sun. You open yourself. Again, I'm giving you all the insight of things that goes on into my mind when I practice, and then we can practice around together. I did say 7 though. It is so hot, but I'm so lucky and grateful because the clouds are here, so there's some breeze. But you are opening up, right? Exposing your heart center, your sacral and your solar plexus, your throat. You are exposing all of these to the sun. You are intaking all of this energy that are available to you. That is the first step. And as you exhale, you take it in and you surrender to the ground. So you will still be standing. It's like a forward bending. You can micro bend your knees, because we're not trying to strain the body right away. This is just the first round. This is just the right side. So you surrender to the ground, and if your hands can touch the ground, that's great. If not, you can have a block for extra support. But this act, your crown is now facing the earth, right? The top of your head. This I imagine as I am grateful and I surrender to these energies that are bigger, that will be grander than me. And I surrender to the effect of every single move I make for it to offer me what is for me and what needs to be for me. So again, I'm using my mind, I'm using imagination to make sense of what it is that I'm doing, and I want you to understand that. So that would be the step 3, right? And I'm not yet talking about the synchronization of your breath, I just want you to know that for each movement, each time you're about to move, it's a breath. Either it's an inhale, an exhale, or a retention where you're holding your breath, right? So we did the first step in 1, 2, and 3. So now your right foot's gonna go all the way down. I go as low as I can so I can feel my hands now on the ground, because I'm going to switch up and I need balance at all times. So I can fold my knees all the way, pick up my right foot and send it in the back, and then release my knee to the mat, right? You can also do this like this. Hands to adjust your front foot, so as long as you can see your toes, and then you scooch your leg back. So there's many ways that you can get into this the first time, because the body is still trying to warm up. So what do I think here? I'm thinking about, okay, now I've opened up, saluted, I'm grateful, and I surrendered. Now I'm gonna go further with my chakras, and I'm gonna let this exercise really loosen me up and revitalize me, right? So now I'm in Anjaneyasana. So this is an exercise, a great opening for the hips, right? Because my root chakra is there. Also, I am using my fingers to push the earth away. Again, I'm still using those pressure points and activating those energy conduits in my hands. So in this posture, the action is forward. I'm stretching my thighs, pushing the earth, and I'm also pushing my shoulders down. So I'm pushing the earth away and pushing my shoulders down, keeping my chin up. My root chakra, my sacral chakra, my solar plexus, my throat chakra, all active. And if you notice, my foot in the back is resting. My knee is in contact. My front feet, my hands, this is what's in contact with the earth right now. So I will be in this position, breathing in and out, 3 to 4 to 5 breaths. I'm not doing this back and forth, but I'm just there, breathing, letting this activation happen, right? That would be step 4. Step 5, I'm gonna now go into a plank and activate my entire body. Another thing that you will hear often in yoga class is the instructor or me telling you to engage. To engage your muscles. Engage only simply means to tighten. So I'll show you. When you're in here and I'm like this, you'll see by yourself. So right now I'm doing this passively. Now I'm engaged. Now I'm passive. Now I'm engaged. When you don't engage, you don't get your muscle toned. You don't lose any fat. You are actually putting yourself at risk for injury around the area that's receiving the most resistance. And that is how you get muscles. Whether it's yoga, passive at the gym, you must engage. So also when I'm in this position, I'm engaging. So now I'm gonna place both my hands down, flat, and I'm feeling that bird. While I'm feeling it, I'm able to lift my knee up, the back knee up, and go into the fifth step, into the plank. I want straight weight into my hands. You could also be in here and then you can't do it like me. So what you do is you let go of that knee, you are into your tabletop, firm your hands and then push, and then slowly shift the weight into your hands. So now your toes curls on the ground in your palm. That's what's giving you, and you activate it, meaning that your whole core is like tight and engaged. Again, your leg is engaged. I'm gonna show you when I'm not engaged versus when I'm engaged. I'm not engaged. I'm engaged. not engage, engage. Usually after no, I'm lying. Here we are at 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we 5. The 5th step is the chaturanga. So you are here in chaturanga. Take a deep breath, and you're gonna shift all of the weight on your hands. There's 2 ways for chaturanga. As you exhale, you're gonna lower your knees. You are still pushing away on the floor, and you're gonna start to bend your elbow, but your elbow is not gonna open this way. They're gonna stay close to your chest until you can go all the way down. The other way to go into a chaturanga, if you are stronger or having a more advanced practice, is to go the same way. Your hands are not open or they close, and you're in chaturanga. Once you're in chaturanga here, your entire frontal face, a part of your body, is touching or is in contact with the ground. It's a great way to rest, but it's also a great way to revitalize. It's also a great way to reset, right? You're not completely passive here, but you are resetting. So your hands are gonna come close to your shoulders, and then you're gonna come into a cobra. This would be the 6th one. So in cobra, you're not gonna open your elbow to the side. You're gonna keep them close. Again, engagement. And you're not gonna come all the way up to push. Your navel is still in contact with the ground. You're not your solar plexus. You're stretching from your solar plexus, your heart center, your throat. You're stretching that area. So what I like to imagine is, again, this area working right, with the colorful energy going in. So it's like connected to the ground. So I'm getting this energy into the ground, up in my body, all the way up, recircling back down. This is what I imagine when I do cobra. So I'm in cobra, and then I push up, inhale, and exhale. Well, some classes, they'll do like a drill, up and down, or some will keep it up. And in cobra, you want to keep your elbow close to your chest, and then you want to push your shoulder away so that you can expose and push that neck out. That is why I imagine that my throat, my heart center, my solar plexus all are in activation when I'm doing the cobra pose. So you do cobra, and again, in each of this step, if you are just starting to practice, do 3 breaths, meaning you pushing the earth. This is your contact with the earth and your navel and the rest of your body. So you are here, you're holding it, you're working at keeping your shoulders down so that your throat can come out. Breathe 3 times. A lot of time in some practice, we have someone push back into a child pose. This is not part of the steps. This is a resting step. In child pose, all the instructors always offer a child pose if you're tired, if you don't feel well but you want to continue, if you just need a break, because there's no strict way of doing things, and at least in my yoga class, things go at your pace. I respect your pace, because this is how you will progress the best. So after the step 6, when we do cobra, we can push directly into a down dog, or some people go into a child pose, and your child pose is typically this. So you're just really sitting, relaxing the back of your hips, or you can also open up your leg to offer more space so that you can really release your neck, release your shoulders, and that. So now when we move from the next step, which is the 7th step of the sun salutation, of downward dog, again, we're gonna engage and we're gonna push. So if you are in child pose, you're just gonna open up your back feet and you're gonna curl your toes. If you can see my left foot, curl your toes. This is gonna be your contact also on the ground, and also your hands. activate and engage your hands. It's the same thing as tightening to activate your bandhas in your hands. And then you push into a downward dog. That's your downward dog. So in downward dog, you're not going to be too far out or too in. You want equal distance between your hands so that your body's weight is well distributed like a triangle pose. So right here. And also don't worry, as you can see in the back, my heel is touching the mat. Your heels doesn't need to touch the mat, and that's something that's gonna come with progress. But an intention, you can have the intention for the heels to touch the mat. I hope this is not too much mindfulness things to practice, but these are things that you feel in your body as you go. And also when your instructor said push your heels toward the mat and you be like, what? I can't do that. Don't worry. You can have the intention to do that, and that's the first step. The intention is you visualize, okay, you try it, and this is your heel. You have the intention. What she says, push your heels toward the mat, but this is where my heel stays. Then that's where your heel stays. In your mind, you are still inhaling and exhaling, having that intention of pushing your heels toward the mat without hurting yourself. If you feel that this is where it stays, then this is where you focus. You push it to your limit, you hold it and breathe there. Eventually, it will touch the mat. So that was down dog, step 7. You're going to engage your hand and feel them very firm on your mat. Slightly slide your left foot in the middle of the mat, and you're going to pick your right and bring it in. Bring it all the way forward and step between your hands. Or you can lower and bring the foot forward. So you have this way of bringing it all the way to your chest, step between your hands, relax your knee, or lower your knees, bring the foot forward, adjust with your hands, and adjust yourself. It's 2 ways. You don't have to worry. And at this point, we are back in the first series. So we went from standing to down. Now we're going to go back upstairs with the same sequence. We have put this foot back, and now this foot come back forward. So it's the same thing. It's kind of like a little balancing. Your knee is on the floor, your back of your foot, your hands, push. Again, remember, you want to expose your throat, your heart, and even your solar plexus. So to do this, inhale, pushing your shoulders down. Your shoulders gonna automatically make and readjust your spine. Lift your chin up so your spine find that direction to be straight. When you exhale, just sink deeper. Again, that activation in your grounding root, your root chakra, your hips, your thighs, also activating your heart center and stuff. So you are here breathing 3 times, taking, and then again, the first breath, you're like, oh my God, that hurts. Second breath, you're like, okay, let me breathe into it. Third breath, you're like, okay, let me get comfortable into this pose. Let me adjust myself. Let me feel how it feels. And if you go to 5 breaths, you're just in bliss at this point. And then when you come back out of it, flatten your hands. Now we're moving backward. We're gonna come back up. So you have 2 ways to do this. Obviously, you can take a deep breath, lift your back knee, push the ground, and you hop forward, or bring your knee closer and closer and closer. Inhale and bring your feet together. I don't want you to get injured. Now we're back at step, what step was that? 10. So 8. Oh, sorry. So this is 9. Step 9. Inhaling as you push against the ground, grab all the strength you need from the ground and bring your feet together. You're gonna be back into your forward fold. That should be your step 10. Nowadays a lot of people add, like when you're here and then you add, like you can place your hands on the block, on your shin and you push up like for a half lift, and then you go back down again. But you're already in step 10, and the step 11 is like you will rise back, and step 12, exhale with your Namaskar Mudra, your fingers together at your heart center, pushing against each other, and then you relax. So that was like the finish. That not definition. What I'm saying. Kind of like the breakdown of sun salutation when I practice it and what goes on into the mind, how you practice the physical aspect, how you practice the mind aspect, and how you practice the mind-body connection aspect. And the whole breath situation will come after, but if you understand that those 12 steps, you repeat them left, right, that's 24, and however amount of rounds that you do, this is a complete practice. Absolutely complete practice. It will balance out and regulate your blood circulation. It will tonify your muscles. It will re-energize your body, give you a boost. It will balance out your breath, balance out your energy. It's a beautiful, complete practice in itself. And there's so many layers of ways that you can practice. If you were to add mantras, by example, if you were to do it the actual 12 step or the 12 bija mantra, because there are 12 bija mantras associated with each of these steps. So yeah, that is the breakdown, and that is my way. But again, as you practice, you can find new ways to explore mindfulness in your practice. Even if it's something else, even if it's not Surya Namaskar that you're doing on a repetition, there's always a way to find, to use your imagination, your visualization, your breath to incorporate into your practice and be and without you knowing it, you end up practicing so many of the 8 limbs of yoga, and it's a fuller practice for you. You reap more of the benefits. So let me check the time real quick. Alright, I don't want to keep this live going for too long, but let's practice now. One side, right is right, left is right, but right and left is one round. I did say we were gonna practice up to 7 rounds, but I don't know. But let's do this together, like without the stop, just so we can see. Since I don't really have, I don't know if you have any questions, because I'm not sure who's here, if it's Foila or someone else. But that's okay. I'm going to leave this little mini lesson on the page for people to view. So for now, I'm just gonna go through a couple of rounds. I don't know how much I'll do, but it's getting hot in here. Right, let's go. All right, let's go. It's too sunny. sorry, I have to relocate. It is, I'm like directly under the sun. I can't take it. I have to relocate. Can I go closer to the water? Oh gosh. There was a little raccoon family. They moved out. Or they went for a walk. So I'm gonna take this spot. Oh, it's so much better. Gosh. Next time I would love to have somebody join me at the park just to practice with me. It would be so much fun. So that way I have somebody to do demo. I just have to move my bag, my water, and my stuff, and I'm gonna get into this practice. This is so much better. So much better. All right, I'm ready. Let me put this a little bit over there. Can you hear me good though? Yes, this is good. Okay. All right. Round one, some salutation. A moment. Feel your body tilt. Relax your shoulders. Let's go for round one. Right side. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Exhale, bend forward. Remember, you can definitely take any modification. Right foot goes out. 3 breaths here. Hold it there. Push your shoulders down. Sink your hips deeper. Hold the pose. Now we're gonna go to step 4 into the plank. Lift your back knee back into your plank. Chain into your chaturanga. Cobra. You can go into a child pose. Come up into your down dog. And now we're reversing. Three breaths. Back to standing. the same thing that we repeat on the left side. Step 2. Step 3. Left leg this time. Step 4. Step 5. Step 6. You can take a break. Up 7. 8. 3 breaths. 9. 10. 11. And 12. That was just one round. So I'm gonna go do a couple more. And at this point, you're welcome to follow along. I will not speak too much because I'm not sure if the sound is good, but round 2. Think of it as something that we're doing together, not that there's no right or wrong way. I can't see you to adjust, right? And if you watch from the beginning of the breakdown, just play around with it. Doing breath to movement too right now, so breath to I'm gonna go straight down, but you could still use your knees at this point. Left side. Adopt the modification that works for you. By round 3, I'm pretty loosened up, and it's also 1,000,000 degrees outside, so I feel pretty loose. But you may not be in the same environment as me, so go as slow and with your pace as possible. By round 4, you may feel a little loosen up, so I will add a variation after step 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna add one variation, but still practice the same step, and I'll tell you what's the variation. Back on your feet, adjust yourself for round 4. Hope you've taken the break you needed. Drink a little bit of water. I should do the same. After step 3, I add an arm raise. Like this. And I also go straight chaturanga instead of still using my knees, but feel free. I go upward dog instead of cobra. Mosquito. I may do a right leg, raise. Again with the arm. Left side. Great job. Round 5. Left side, left side.
I'm feeling electric tonight. Cruising down the coast, going about 99. Got my bad baby by my heavenly side. I know if I go, I'll die happy tonight. Oh my God.
2 more round left. We did 5. I may need you to do. I think I can do the 2 more.
Summertime sadness. Got that summertime sadness. Oh, oh, oh. Kiss me hard before you go. Summertime sadness. I just wanted you to know, baby.
When I get to round 6, whatever variation that I was using, I forgot it. But for the sake of this first one, you put the variation that you did for today. Almost there. Almost there. Let's go. Round 6, left side.
It's gonna take a bit of work. Oh, work. Now that you're here. Oh, work. 'Cause people come and go, but I think you should know.
Almost there.
I think this will work.
Takes work, you guys. Takes work. And you put work that you don't even know that you do. Just through your breath and some movement. And now we made it to the last round, round 7.
It's gonna take a little time.
I have a little audience.
But with you by my side,
I think I can change it.
I won't let go.
Oh, I can. They ran. But let's get back at it. Round 7, almost there. Do the work, you guys.
It's gonna take a bit of work. Oh, now that you're here,
I feel extra loosen up and fluid at this time.
it's gonna take a bit of work.
I was also very kind of like finding sleep. Now I feel pretty energized. I don't feel pain in my body. I feel kind of like good. I feel like I could go for something today. But let's balance it out and do the last round on the left side. Together. Tilt your tailbone in. Push your shoulders back and down. Namaskar Mudra, fingers together. Together, left side, last round. Take your time. Challenge your limits. Push yourself. Challenge your thoughts. If it hurts, oh, this is good, this is working. If you feel like it's challenging, like you can't do it, oh, I can't do it, this is challenging, yet I am here doing it. Give your body and your mind grace. You made it to round 7. You have a little bit more idea now when you practice some salutation, how full of a practice it is on the and you also have more idea so that you can understand what you're practicing and why you're practicing, like more insight on how to do it. Since this is our last round, I invite you to find your feet. Grab your right hand, place it at the center of your chest so that your finger falls on your heart. And grab your left hand, place your left hand at your belly. You can close your eyes. Feel for a moment your breath, how shallow your breath is, and how fast your heart rate is going. At this point, with each breath, you want to gain control back on your body. Breathe with each inhale and each exhale. You're taking control, you're calming the heart rate down. It's really hot for me here, and so I'm panting a lot. And also this baby raccoon. So family. They look like baby bears. But as I am done with the slide for today, I hope that you have taken something. Oh my God, he's falling. I personally could stay here another hour and watch nature. And really just indulge in these feelings, in this sensation in my body. I'm trying to have simple thoughts. Trying to feel what's happening within me and allowing these feelings to flow. And I'm feeling completely energized as opposed to before. I had some insecurities, you know. I was kind of like, all these people here. I was like, you know, they're gonna be in my space. But now I really love that I did not give up and I did not shy away from people around that, you know, wasn't a problem at all. And I love this song, so I'm gonna play it back. And kind of have this high right now. Oxygen high, and I always get like that after long periods of sun salutation where I'm so relaxed and I'm so carefree, stress-free, and nothing matters. I'm sticky, it's hot, and I'm covered in the sand, but I feel great then. So I hope this slide today and this Surya Namaskar breakdown was pretty insightful for you. Hey, look at them. Hello, don't run. They're like crazy babies. I'm gonna let these little animal keep me company today. He's very curious. I think he likes the music. Mama's over there. And then this beast is coming down the tree. Feels like a vibe. The weather got nicer all of a sudden. You see this beast? Look at him. Can I zoom in? No. Wait. Oh, I can. Look. This is Mama. The babies. Anyways, if you are here with me live today, thank you. Some were here earlier. I didn't get to say hi, but thanks for joining me. This will be posted on the page soon. I'm going to do some work with it. And today I was wearing beautiful day shorts by this foundation from your heart to Hades Alliance. And I don't know, it was a beautiful day after all, and I'm gonna be excited to rewatch this afterwards. Again, thank you for sliding with me today. I'll see you again next Sunday. I don't know yet what it'll be about, but we'll see. Again, have a beautiful Sunday. Love Rices, and I'll see you next time.